Andrew Ferrie.
Andrew Ferrie. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait. My birthday buddy.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. January 31st.
that is it.
Oh,
So on January 31st, Andrew and I expect birthday celebrations.
listen, from this time forward.
Yes.
So Andrew Ferrie is our next guest,
Mhm.
and he is, well, he's going to tell you when he joined us, but he is, anytime that he's here, the energy level goes through the roof.
Oh yeah, his energy is crazy. It's like so electric and inviting.
It is inviting.
Yeah.
So I just want you to sit back, enjoy Andrew Ferrie as we do, and welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Wow, I hear Liz, but I don't see Liz.
All right, here's Liz right here.
Yay! Good morning, Liz.
Good morning. You look so dapper.
Dapper, get out of here.
I'm so serious.
Have we started the podcast already?
You are being recorded right now.
Oh, yay! Okay, everything I said is fine, so that's good.
So why don't we start it here? Why don't you introduce yourself?
All right. Hello. My name is Andrew Ferrie, and I am beyond thrilled and ecstatic and excited at any other word you can find in the thesaurus to be on this podcast, and also to be chatting with two of my favorite people and to be a part of the Music Man fam.
Well, we
I
are
love that.
thrilled that you're with us today.
Yes.
Andrew Ferrie is a fixture around the Music Man. He's when did you join us?
I joined in the summer of 2018.
And you tried to escape, but we kept bringing you back.
I had other, I was coming in and out just with doing other projects and stuff, but the Music Man always pulled me back in the best way with love and affection.
Well, you are a person that we always relied on. Even before you actually came in 2018, you were definitely a person that was in our lives, and you would advise us at times, and we were so thankful that summer you decided that you wanted to be a part.
Absolutely. It was the funniest thing because I remember you asked me to come in and do a little music directing, just like teaching some of the group numbers. And I felt like super intimidated because I was teaching people who were basically my age, maybe a little bit younger, but all these people from all over the country teaching them these numbers. And it just was the best experience. Like everyone was so welcoming and kind. And, once I started working on the floor that summer a little bit, everyone was so helpful and encouraging. And it really was like the best place to be.
Well, your spirit here is exactly what we look for, and we'll get into more of that. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. So I grew up in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, not too far from the Music Man, just up the road a bit.
The accent just coming in slightly.
It just slides in, every once in a while. Kate's going to listen to this. She's gonna be like, what is he saying? But yeah, so I grew up in Point Pleasant, and I went to college at the Lebanon Valley College in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Music Education and a Bachelor of Arts in Music Performance with a concentration in voice. And right from the gate, I just started doing 8 million things. That's kind of my MO. That's who I am. That's kind of how I roll. I immediately started teaching elementary general music. I directed the 5th grade chorus. I was coaching 2 different color guards. I was actively involved in the Spring Lake Theater, directing, performing, and music directing there.
And let's stop you there, right there for a second.
Oh,
let's just dig in and just say a few things about the Spring Lake Theater.
Yes.
If you haven't been to the Spring Lake Theater, you need to go. It is just a beautiful night of theater every time you go. The heart that goes into not only the productions, but the facility and the people that are there, including you, Andrew, is phenomenal. And we're so lucky to have a theater, a community theater like that in our region. So if you do live in our region, you need to go find them if you haven't already and see a production at Spring Lake Theater.
Oh, thank you, Aggie. Like it really is, again, like the Music Man, it's like a home away from home. There's many community theaters in New Jersey, which is incredible, and it's so awesome that people have theater at such a close distance to their homes. But for me, the Spring Lake Theater, it's somewhere, it's magical. It's so beautiful and like wonderful and welcoming and just and I think what I love is everyone's dedication to a higher level of performance is very evident in the work that they do. And I think that you really sit back and you're like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this is community theater. Like these are all volunteers. Everyone is so extraordinary and also just so wonderful on and off stage. And that's what always brings me back.
Well, it certainly shows from the audience perspective. You've done a lot there. You've been on stage, you musical directed. Tell us the last production you were in there.
The last production I was in The Pirates of Penzance,
Mm-hmm.
and I played Frederick. And it was, again, just such a really fun experience because that's a show that no one really does. I mean, it's Gilbert and Sullivan, it's operetta. And for me, that's what I studied. I studied classical voice. So I'm a classically trained singer who has adapted to this modern day pop Broadway sound. And it's really nice for me as a vocalist to get to go back to my roots and utilize that classical training. So that's the last show I did there. The last show I directed was Gypsy. I directed Gypsy this past summer, and I'm actually gearing up right now to direct Cinderella this summer.
Cinderella,
Yeah.
the Roger and Hammerstein?
Oh, the real one, the Broadway version.
Oh,
Beautiful,
that sounds
glorious.
great.
It's gonna be huge. I'm really excited. It's a
my
beast
favorite.
of a show, but I'm preparing right now. We're getting ready.
Yeah.
In both of those shows, Gypsy and Pirates, you were involved with other Music Man alumni.
I was involved with other Music Man alumni. In Pirates, I had the pleasure of sharing the stage opposite Rebecca Madeira.
I love
the
her so
Rebecca.
much.
singer extraordinaire, a Music Man alum. All of our Music Man fans, she's the blonde, curly hair, beautiful glasses, like vivacious personality. She's wonderful. And then, of course, my muse, the queen herself, the queen of the Music Man, the queen of Spring Lake, the queen of the world, Kate Williams Holloway.
Yes.
She's going to be so happy listening to this. First you have the accent, and then you're hyping her
Yeah,
up.
she's going to be like, what is Andrew saying about me? I just had dinner with her last night.
Oh, fantastic. A lot of people don't realize this, but once you're a Music Man in the Music Man cast, you're always in the Music Man cast, and you're always welcome to come back and stripe up and go on the floor. And there's a number of numbers that we do, like Coffee in a Cardboard Cup or Oklahoma, that we teach every single year for that reason. So when alumni come in, they can just jump on the floor and be with us.
And that I love that because from someone who's been here for a little while, it's such a beautiful thing because it means so much to the audience, just as much as it means to the new cast and the family of the Music Man. When you see these alumni come back and they're performing, and not only is the cast and Aggie and Josephine so excited to see them again, but the audience, the patrons, the people coming in, the regulars are like, oh my gosh, I remember her. Like, I want to see her. And it's such a beautiful, humbling moment to watch people's reaction seeing alumni come back and how excited that the audience is for them.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if it's more exciting for us to have people back.
To redo the songs or to have the people?
No, to have the people come back and to visit, and not just to visit as customers, which people do, but people come back and suit up and come out there, and their folders are still there and their music is still present. And so if you're listening out there and you're past alumni, make it a point. We're in our 21st season. Come back and visit, because I know that on Facebook, and we have a lot of people out there. Sam Gatto's out there saying who his favorites are, and so come back and surprise him and surprise all of us with your presence.
And I think, Aggie, that's a testament to you and like not just the program, but the culture and the environment you create as an owner and as a friend and as a person. You create this like wonderful environment that people want to come back to, and they want to celebrate, and they want to help out. They want to show up and meet the new cast and give them pointers, and people wouldn't do that if they didn't love and appreciate and respect you. So I think that's a testament to you, my friend.
Thank you for saying that. I mean, I do feel it is such a thrill for Josephine and myself to have people come back and also share and be part of their growth, and being excited for them and what they're doing. And that's exciting for us, because it is, we're meeting people in their early 20s that they're just getting out of school and starting their career. So for them to still want to share and be with us, it makes us feel good. So we take our energy from them as well. So tell us a little bit about, you're gearing up for Cinderella and for your next project. Do you currently still have students?
Yeah, like voice students?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I'm primarily teach students who are either planning on majoring in musical theater or classical voice, or are in college majoring in musical theater, classical voice, and preparing for professional auditions. That's kind of my wheelhouse. I used to teach like beginner voice for a little while, but I found my passion truly was coming from preparing students for auditions, for college, for the future. And I think that's kind of where my strengths lie. So I'm doing that, which I really enjoy, because that kind of keeps me in the loop of what's happening in the musical theater world, in the professional level and at a collegiate level. But right now, I just finished a production of The Secret Garden, so my schedule was a little crazy. So I just finished that, and now I'm slowly getting ready we have two things actually happening at the Spring Lake Community House. We're celebrating our 100th year. So we're in the process of putting up another concert. I put on a concert back in the beginning of January, myself and a team of directors, and we're putting on another concert in April. So we're gearing up for that. And then I'm also starting to get ready for Cinderella and like I said, the beast that she is.
That's so much that you do.
So much.
All the time.
Tell me.
Just on the side, on the side of the day job.
I have my job, but I'm also doing 10 shows.
Yeah. So do you still call your job your survival job, or is it is your passion, whatever you're doing at that moment? Are you a person that's in the present?
Wow. Actually, I've never been asked that question, and I think my answer is yes. I'm a very passionate person, so whatever I'm currently working on, that's like my passion project. Like I get like obsessed with it, where I'm always listening to that music, I'm always preparing for it, I'm always thinking about it. And then the minute it's done, I can't listen to it again. For example, Secret Garden, don't play it. I won't listen to it. It's out of my brain. The minute Cinderella closes, out of my brain. Even as I'm preparing for things like the concert or the Music Man, like music directing there, like I'm listening to all these songs. The minute I'm done, it's like, okay, on to the next thing.
That's great.
Out of the brain.
A young student came to you, and let's say they were preparing to go to college, and they were, putting their stuff together. What would you, or looking for schools, give us some of that advice that you would give them on how to start preparing?
Sure. From a school standpoint, you'll hear from so many people are reading, through a lot of research. It's always important to have those like a few reach schools, the, middle ground schools, and then safety schools. That's like imperative. When you're looking at a school, you have your dream schools, a school that's like, okay, I think I can get in here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I can do it. And then a safety schools where it's like, okay, I definitely can get in. I definitely can be accepted here. My criteria, my SAT scores, myself as a person, meets those standards. And then from there, like that's the more, I would say, like business side of things. But then the creative side of things, I always like really work with my students on finding the right songs that fit in your repertoire book. And that is a conversation that, yes, it could sound like it's a really easy thing to do, but I've had students where it takes us almost a full year to create that well-rounded, established, and perfectly authentic repertoire book for them. And because you want it, it's so difficult in today's day and age, because you want it to represent you want it to be authentic, so you don't want to do all things that are very like well known or popular, but at the same time you want to pick songs that you identify with and you connect with, because I've given students a myriad of songs that they don't necessarily love, and even though they sound amazing on it, you could tell with them singing they don't love it. And that's, in an audition, like anyone can see that. So I think it's that really tricky game that you're playing to try and find the perfect puzzle piece that fits in the puzzle. And unfortunately, that's kind of where, in the collegiate world anyway, that's where musical theater lies as well. It's all a puzzle piece. Like you could be the most outstandingly wonderful performer. That's a triple thread. And if you don't fit what they're looking for, whether it's they're trying to fill specific body types or images, or they're trying to fit a certain persona that they can, advertise as this is our class, there's only so many spots that you could fit in that little puzzle.
Right.
So that's also a tricky thing as well.
Yeah, I think that's finding your voice. I mean, I think that throughout life we try to find our voice at different times from a performance standpoint, and we're always growing. And to think that we have to guide young people right out of high school to find their voice. So what are some, without naming names, what are some of the schools that some of your students attended or are attending now?
Sure. I have students currently at UCLA, the University of San Diego, Coastal Carolina, DeSales, Montclair, Rutgers, I feel like Muhlenberg, East Coast Carolina University, I feel like Manhattan School of Music. I feel like I'm forgetting some.
Andrew, I feel like I'm learning so much about you. This is crazy.
Well, that's the point.
I think I got most of them.
When we asked you to do this, what were some of the things that you, was there anything that you wanted to ask us?
Yes, actually. Liz, my question for you, Liz, now I know your story of how you got to the Music Man.
Yes.
But when you arrived, what was your first impression and instinct? Because the Music Man, many people who don't know the Music Man are like, oh my goodness, what is this? And then when they either sit in the audience or when they're part of the cast, they realize all the magical and wonderful and crazy things that ensue. But for you, what was your first impression of the Music Man when you first came here?
I think that my first impression was, well, I came to a show the first night that I was here, and so I sat in the audience so that I could kind of watch what was going to happen and what I was going to have to do for the next months. And so, I don't know, it was just kind of like crazy, but the thing is that I like to be very prepared for things. And so I watched a whole bunch of videos and read a whole bunch before coming here, so I wasn't like completely surprised what it was going to be. It was more so just like excitement of what I was going to do. So that was more so my first impression, was just like the excitement of, hey, I get to perform and do all of this fun stuff, and also there's ice cream.
The ice cream is very important.
And it's so good.
Yeah, I love that. And Aggie, what about in 21 years? What is one thing that you've noticed that has either grown or changed with the Music Man? And what is one thing that's been consistent for 21 years?
Wow. Well, 21 years ago, I never thought that I would see children that were in strollers now attending college. And people coming back year after year and celebrating their birthday and making this a tradition for them. That was something that was unexpected that I look forward to now. And I know the times of the year that's coming, and the months or the weeks that people are celebrating, and I look forward to seeing them. And I've even there's been people that haven't been able to make it, and I've been able to call them or FaceTime them because their families are here, but they're not here, or because they either have a job or they're away at college, or so that makes me feel so good, and I love that part. Something that has always stayed consistent, it's this anxiety that I have that I want the show to be different for people. And I'm constantly thinking, how can I make it different? And it's not change for change's sake, but it's more so that I don't want to disappoint. I want to give, I'm seeing that people are making this part of their summer tradition. So I don't want to let them down. And that has not changed. The first summer that we opened, I didn't know if this was going to work. In my heart, I knew it was going to work, but I didn't know if people were going to, buy into it, and they did. And so the second summer we came back, we wanted to add more, but we wanted to stay consistent. So I think that feeling has not changed, and I don't think it's ever going to change. That I want to put on the best show for the audience. And, sometimes I fall short, and people leave, and I'm like, oh, we could have done better. I could have done better there. I don't really blame it on my staff because I'm a firm believer that I'm here to facilitate the process. So maybe I'm not doing something that needs to empower them so they feel empowered to do things. So, thankfully, this is still a growing process.
I think that when you talk about like fear and like you not doing the best that you can, I think that there's a lot of fear for the performers as well coming in, because a lot of them don't know what they're getting themselves into. And so they're trying to meet a certain standard as well.
Yeah.
So it's fear on both sides to try and make the show the best that it can be.
Yeah.
Of course. And I think 21 years is such a huge milestone. And I think it's so beautiful. But what's scary is kind of going off of that is as a new performer coming in, I'm sure people are looking around that shop and looking at those faces and looking at all these people who have they're now standing on their shoulders. They've created this enterprise, this magnificent, magical summer experience that so many people enjoy. And they want to make sure they're bringing the right energy, the right vibe, the right talent. And I'm sure, Aggie, same with you. It's like that, always want to make it better, bringing it up a notch, but also keeping in mind the traditions and the value and the love that's poured into what the Music Man really is.
I do see and feel that that pressure of new people coming in and trying to meet a standard. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not really that. I don't get disappointed when people are learning, when they are trying new things, and the light bulb finally goes off, and they do find their voice. A lot of people will make a list of songs. We have people make song sheets before they arrive on what songs do they want to learn this year. And it's amazing how many times they put things there that they're ultimately not going to be able to do at the Music Man because it doesn't fit the model or it's not family friendly. But as time goes on, they find songs that have the same spirit, but does work for our audience. And when that light bulb goes off, that's exciting. And I stand at the maitre d' stand and watch every show, and it's exciting when that happens for people.
Yeah, I think that it's more so just like your own critic, and so
right.
It's not really what the other person thinks about you. It's more so just like building yourself up.
And being present.
Yeah, and people forget that, like, you're doing this 5 to 6 times a night, 8 days a week. Yeah. And I think you grow so much and you learn so much about yourself as a performer. And especially from a vocal standpoint, what your voice can withhold doing that so many times over and over again, and having a shop full of people who are laughing and singing along and clapping. And it's a huge learning process. And I think that's, again, another incredible and sometimes not spoken about, gift that the Music Man gives to their employees and their staff members, is that ability and strength and pure, I almost want to say like extra muscles on your vocal cord, even though your vocal cord is a muscle. But like you grow so much as a human and a performer by being a part of that, which is such a beautiful gift.
Well, thank you for saying that. I look at it as a gift of being here. So I appreciate your words there. We have you're our second guest, by the way. I don't know if you realize that.
I do, because I'm a huge fan of the podcast. So I did listen to my girl Steph, Sweet Steph's podcast interview. And fun fact, we started together in 2018.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So you saw that we started what we felt was a little tradition of sprinkling some questions. Sprinkling some questions. So
I'm nervous.
Would you take part in that with us tonight?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Liz, do you want to start?
I would love to start.
All right, go ahead.
Should I mix them up?
No, let's just go right down.
Okay.
Let's go right down.
Andrew, we want to know, what's your favorite noise?
Laughter.
Laughter.
Like any of my friends, really, because I love them so much. Really, anyone I love, like hearing them laugh, it just brings me joy. It makes me happy.
A profession other than your own that you would like to attempt.
Oh. Like, does it have to be outside of the theater world?
This is your question. You can
That's
answer any
your
way you want.
interpretation.
All right, if I'm going to take this question as it really means, like something I've never done before, I think I would say, like, I would want to be somehow, I don't know if this job is real. I'd love to be like a luxurious travel agent, like someone who like hooks you up with like some great locations, but also gets to visit those locations. 'Cause I love to travel, so maybe I'd say that, or like an event planner because
Ooh.
that would be fun.
Okay. What's the best sandwich?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, it is from Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
I'm now sponsored by Jersey Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It is
for
the
sponsor.
Turkey Club, turkey provolone with bacon, mayo, oil vinegar. It's delish.
Wow, so simple.
Yes.
Awesome. Flat or sparkling, Andrew?
Oh, I mean, sparkly, of course.
Wow.
Just like your personality.
Sparkling.
Thank you.
If you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be so stereotypical, and I'm mad at myself for saying this. I guess I'd say "As It Was" by Harry Styles.
Oh, we love Harry.
We do.
I know. I love Harry. Everyone loves Harry. I wish I had a more like, authentic answer, but I just love that song so much.
That's okay.
All right.
Okay, you can only eat one food for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Would I like gain a lot of weight if I eat it or no?
I don't think that we're thinking about that.
Yeah,
Just
we're not.
what's your
I'm
favorite?
thinking about this.
No, we're not thinking about that.
If I eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be any form of potato because I love potato. I love French fries. I love home fries. But if my body's involved, I guess I'd say celery.
Celery? That's all water. See,
Well,
I
your
would say
body's like
something
60% water, isn't it? So just
I'd
help
say
it out.
something like pizza, because then you can like change it up and you can have.
Well, that's why I
something
said
new.
potatoes because you could change it up.
Well, yeah, I guess. And then you have like different like dips and stuff.
I like pizza too. We're Aquarius buddies. Me and
Yeah,
Liz and I have the same birthday.
Yes, we do. We're birthday buddies.
Wow.
And that's
Mhm.
why we are so
And you connect.
in tune.
You connect.
We really connect.
What song always gets you on the dance floor?
Probably anything by Cher,
Oh,
the
my
Spice
mom?
Girls, or like Shake It Off by Taylor Swift.
My mom is the biggest Cher fan. Like
Really?
biggest Cher fan ever.
Liz's mom, if you're listening, first off, hello, Kansas. Second of
Yes.
all, I love Cher.
I love Cher. Yes.
What's an essential part of your daily routine?
Currently, I'm gonna say working out. I love being active. I love running. I love going to the gym, and it just makes me feel so good. It makes me feel more energized. So I would say that.
Great. Keep it up.
Slay.
Keep it up.
What's your biggest irrational fear?
Is water an irrational fear?
Yeah.
Or no?
I feel like of the ocean?
Yeah, like I love the ocean and I grew up at the shore, and yet my biggest fear is like being like lost at sea. Or like on a boat that's like sinking. That is my biggest fear
No,
in
the
life.
ocean?
And it's funny because my family is so nautical. Like we have a boat. My dad, my brother, my grandfather, like everyone worked piloting ships and stuff, and I'm like absolutely not.
The ocean is scary. When I first came here, I think the first time that I actually went on the beach was like nighttime. And so it looked terrifying. I was like, is it okay for me to like be scared of this right now? Because that looks
It's a true
scary.
fear. Again, I love the beach. I love the ocean, but because there's land.
Yeah.
But it's like when you leave the land, then I'm like, oh no, wait a minute.
Wow. Who's the last person that inspired you?
I mean, I don't know if this is the last person. Kate Holloway. Man, that girl is like a warrior. She is smart and funny, and yet she's a teacher and a mom, and she's pregnant again, and she still is like social as ever and does shows. I'm like, girl, yes.
Who would play you in the movie of your life?
Ooh,
Choose wisely.
okay. In the movie of my life, I would be honored if one of the two people played me. Jonathan Groff,
That would be stunning.
because I love him. Jonathan Groff, if you're listening to the Music Man podcast, thank you so much. Or if we went more of a serious route, I would say Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh,
Wow.
that's surprising.
Two great choices.
I don't know how they look bald, but we'll see.
I can't wait.
All right, Liz, this last question is yours, so you have to give it.
Yes. So for the last question, we do a finish the lyric.
Oh
And so
no,
I'm
I'm
gonna give you
gonna
a
be really
word.
bad at this.
I'm going to give you one word, and then you're going to have to do a song with that one word.
Okay, this is gonna be really bad.
Okay. So your word is hey.
Hey, is
I
there
love
like a
that
song with like, "Hey there, Mr. DJ boy"? Is that a song? Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
Yes!
I love it.
I got it.
I love it.
I love that.
I love it. Andrew, thank you so much for being part of this. We wish that you were in studio with us at the shop.
Yes.
I know. I'm so sorry. You know that job thing gets in the way.
It does. It does. But we look forward to the next time we're together. Just thanks for being a friend and an advisor and a confidant. And thanks for everything.
Yeah.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, my goodness.
I love him.
He's so great. He's so great.
Yeah.
He's we brought up Kate's name so much in this podcast that we probably should get her on here.
Yes, we should.
But she was the one who introduced Andrew and I.
Yeah, that's
And there were a number of times that we were in each other's company, and I kept asking Kate. I said, "Kate, we need to get him at the Music Man." And it took us a little time, but we finally got him here, and I'm not letting him go.
Yeah, now he's here. He's forever family.
So great, so great. And if you don't know Andrew, look him up. Go see him. Go see his production of Cinderella this summer, and join our Facebook page if you haven't already. And we'll announce when he's going to be in, so you can come and experience Andrew Ferrie. All right. Thanks so much. Are we ready to say goodbye?
I think so.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, Liz.
Bye.
This podcast has been brought to you by the Music Man Singing Ice Cream Shop.
Email us at bsa@themusicman.com.
Ask us questions.
We're excited.
We are so excited. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.